NFL season, Week 7, fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, the 5-yard line. Now the first running back drafted this year is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A whole lot of room there, but there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Lawletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
A first down carry for Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Lawletta looking to throw on second down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Gone! 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 Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
3rd and 1, Lawletta wants to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And some room to roll now. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Lawletta now on second. Finding room to the 20. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's a give to Barkley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Lawletta, he'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive player.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Bryce Treggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Tuesday.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be a 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out come the Giants. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Dream up right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, Good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, Ryan. It's caught by Bryant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Great, let's go. Check.
On second down, Ryan. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to... That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Detroit! Hey, here we go now. Detroit Lightning! Detroit! Blue Lightning!
On first down, it's Lauletta. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Go!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Get up!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Hey, wait. Gun.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
4th and inches, does he get the 1st? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
Hey, gun. Ready, we go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Drops it off for Coleman. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. 20, left. Get up.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage. That's exactly what he did.
The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
20.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Bryant's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break. Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. So we come upon the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. On first down, Ryan trying to lay one up deep. He's got it in, complete, and all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 63 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 24. Throwing on first down. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. Bryant with a catch right side. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, here's Lauletta looking for Shepard deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Over. Leopard.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey. Get ready. Get ready. Hey, wait. Let's go. Alert 3. Right. Let's go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
22.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey. You got 4. Gun! All right, here we go. Lucky 56. Green 39. Lucky 56. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Looking to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Lauletta. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hey, wait. 21.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Ryan. Being chased out left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll run here with Freeman. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
A credit to and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and I was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now Stewart on first down. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now they pitch it. It's Stewart. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a handoff. This is Stewart. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, they run with Stewart. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Comes to Stewart. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, his second touchdown on the season. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Let's go. Hey, gun. Right. Gun. Go.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Tuesday. Ready, sit on it. Ready, blue 80. Space.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs, needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Hey, gun. Let go.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. He's back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
gun. 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun. Slide, slide, slide. No, no, no. Wait, wait.
Here's Ryan. And he whips that one incomplete there. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here's Ryan. Out left side here to Bryant. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Ryan. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bryant. And this play goes nope. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
Tuesday.
Ryan to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.